So, on the surface, this might seem like a story about two old buildings in the port town of San Pedro, California. But if you look a little closer, what you'll find is a tale of two completely different futures. It's really a story about what it takes to build a legacy, and what happens when that legacy is put to the test. It's a fascinating contrast between a promise made to a family and a history forged by an entire community.
And here they are, our two main characters. On the one hand, you've got the grand, historic bank building that became the Croatian Cultural Center, a place that's now just sitting there, silent and empty. And on the other, the old J.C. Penney building, a place that was also silent for a long time, but is now being totally reborn as the Donn Allan Experience. Two buildings, just a few blocks from each other, but headed in two totally different directions.
To really get why their paths are so different, we have to go back to the beginning. Because the whole purpose behind each building, their reason for being, well, it couldn't be more different. One was born from the collective dream of an immigrant community over 100 years. The other, it came from a deeply personal promise, a conviction held within a single family.
I mean, just look at this timeline. This shows you how deep the Croatian roots in San Pedro really are. We're talking pioneers arriving way back in the late 1800s. By 1935, they're founding clubs that become the absolute heart of their community. They bought property, they built institutions, and by the 2000s, they even had a street ceremonially named in their honor. This building wasn't just a building. It was the culmination of generations of effort.
Okay, now let's switch gears to the other building's origin story. This quote is from Jennifer Wolfe, the founder of the Donn Allan Experience, and it's the key to understanding everything. See, she's a therapist, so when she looked at this derelict old department store, she didn't just see a real estate deal. No way. She saw a patient. She saw a soul that needed to be brought back to life.
And that mission to heal the building? It was intensely personal. The whole project is named for her parents, Donna and Allen, who she calls her two guiding forces. Her mother, Donna, was the lantern, a psychologist who taught her that empathy isn't just some vague feeling, it's a discipline you practice. Her father, Allen, was the spine, a cardiologist who became a venture capitalist. His mission was to fund people's dreams, literally giving their hearts a reason to keep on beating. So the new foundation for this building is built on those two ideas, empathy and empowerment.
All right, but as we know, every great story has that moment of crisis, right? That point where the foundation cracks and everything is threatened. And for both of these buildings, that moment definitely came, threatening to completely derail their purpose and maybe even silence their futures for good.
For the Croatian Cultural Center, that crisis hit hard in 2017. This quote right here was part of the official justification used to kick out the nonprofit that had been running the center for years. The argument, essentially, was that the center had lost its way and wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing. But this is where the story gets really complicated. The nonprofit that was forced out said that claim of being underutilized was the exact opposite of reality. I mean, look at this list. From 2009 to 2017, they put on over 400 events for people from 50 different countries. They had a Croatian language school, a huge European heritage festival, concerts by the LA Philharmonic. They were a home for art walks, dance groups, you name it. By their telling, it was an absolutely thriving hub of culture.
So what happened? Well, the whole plan to move the Croatian consulate into the building, which was the stated reason for the whole takeover, it fell through. But the nonprofit? They were still evicted. And the result of all that turmoil? The Croatian Cultural Center, a place that was once buzzing with activity, has been completely empty ever since.
Now, the Donn Allan Experience, they hit their own rock bottom. Their crisis didn't come from politics, though. It came from the brutal, soul-crushing reality of a massive construction project. During the renovation, they were just overwhelmed. We're talking 17 leaks in the roof, terrifying 1950s wiring, even fire sprinklers that had been painted completely shut. The budget just exploded. It got so bad that in a moment of total despair, Jennifer Wolfe turned to her partner and said these 5 words.
And right then, at that absolute lowest point, something amazing happened. Their little boy Nathan just zoomed by on his scooter, patted a broken wall and said, "It's okay, Mommy, I'm fixing it too." And that was it. That was the turning point. That one innocent comment just totally reignited their hope. It transformed the project from just another construction job into a mission of healing for the building and for them.
So, after coming through their own versions of a crisis, these two buildings emerged on starkly different paths. One just accelerated towards this vibrant, reimagined future, while the other was just left behind, stuck in this state of indefinite limbo.
And the contrast is just so stark, isn't it?
On one side, you have the phoenix rising from the ashes, an active transformation into a digital factory, a real community engine. And on the other side, a future on hold, a decade of being empty, a potential sail hanging over its head, and a purpose still tangled up in the conflicts of the past.
The real secret to the Donn Allen's Rebirth was this core idea they had. They didn't see the building as some historic monument to be preserved in amber. They saw it as an obsolete machine. They just accepted that its original purpose, selling clothes, was gone for good. But they believed its core function, its job as an engine for commerce, could be restarted with brand new 21st century machinery inside.
And this is what that new engine actually looks like. Down in the basement, you've got the engine room, where they built 16 micro-video labs to give local businesses the power to create amazing content. Then, on the main floor, there's the playground, a massive digital wall that's a public showcase. And this creates this awesome feedback loop. The stuff made in the basement gets instantly broadcast upstairs for the whole town to see. It's living proof that the machine is on and working.
Meanwhile, just a few blocks away, the Croatian Cultural Center stays quiet. It's still standing there, a beautiful symbol of a community's incredible history, but its future, the next chapter in that history, is just completely up in the air.
And it's so important to really let this sink in. This building has now been sitting empty for more than a decade. That's over 10 years of silence, in a place that used to be filled with music, art, and the language of a really vibrant community. It's a monument to the past, just waiting for a future.
And the latest chapter in its story is this. The city of Los Angeles is now planning to sell the property. Now, a conservation easement will protect its historic 1920s facade, so the outside will look the same. But the soul of the building, its purpose, its future, its connection to the community that built it, all of that is now a huge question mark.
So what does this tale of two buildings really tell us in the end? It kind of forces us to ask what it truly takes for a legacy to survive. Is it enough to just preserve the past? Or does survival in the modern world require a radical reimagining of what the future could be?
Well, the Donn Allan Experience has a very clear answer to that question. Its mission isn't just about business. It's designed, from the ground up, to be an engine to lift people up, a tool to help the community accelerate and to give local entrepreneurs a voice in our crazy digital age.
And it all comes back to this one guiding principle. All their ambitious technology is built on a really simple human foundation. The goal isn't just to build a successful company. It's to honor a family legacy of service by building something that opens doors for other people.
Which leaves us with this final, lingering question when we look back at the Croatian Cultural Center. Here you have a building that doesn't just represent one family's promise, but the collective history of an entire community. And as its future hangs in the balance, it forces all of us to ask a really tough question. When a place holds that much shared memory, who really gets to decide what it becomes next?